Hi my friends, I'm Mike and welcome back to the Lion's Lounge, where today we're going to be sampling some new house aperitifs. And if you saw my last video on this, you'll know this is going to be a pretty chill episode. Before I get started though, I want to make a note that I am not being sponsored by Haus. I just enjoyed the ones I had before, I saw they had new flavors, and I really wanted to try them out. But if you haven't seen my previous video and you haven't heard of Haus, they make flavored aperitif wines that they can ship directly to you. They have a wide variety of flavors that you can purchase online, and they have a sampler pack that you can choose smaller amounts to try out yourself before you get the bigger bottle. It's a great way to explore their different offerings, and I've generally been pretty happy with them, and I have gotten bigger bottles based on the ones that I tried. I will also say that I did try most of the ones that they had. So in the sampler pack I got, they only had 3 flavors I didn't try. So I ended up getting the citrus flower again. Now I haven't had this one in a while, so I'm kind of interested to compare it to the other ones. With that out of the way, let's get started. So again, this is the citrus flower. It's 18%, which is, you know, like a stronger wine. Haus says you can drink them straight or over ice. I've had them both. I generally prefer to have them over ice. So I'm gonna take this rocks glass and crack some ice into it. Then I'm gonna just do a pour of about 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. All right, let's give it a taste. Ooh. Yeah, this one is still really good. What's interesting about this is it's very similar to like a white wine where you get that sweetness up front and then it kind of fades into a dryness. I do get some of the floral notes, however, they're not very strong. It's more like candy. Yeah, if you gave me this and told me it was like a white wine, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it is, but I would probably believe you. What's also interesting about all their drinks is their aperitifs. I've explained this in a previous video, but aperitifs are essentially liquor that you drink before you eat to help your appetite. And then there's digestifs, which are the opposite. They help you digest after you eat. I definitely prefer it more over ice than straight. It's not bad straight, but it's a lot smoother with the ice. Now on to our first new bottle. This is Spiced Cherry. It's 20%, so it's a little bit stronger. The color is obviously more reminiscent of a red wine. Really interested to try this out. Whew. Yeah, on the nose, I immediately get those spice notes. Yeah, like a spiced cherry. Quite medicinally, but just a little bit. Yeah, really interested to try this out. Again, gonna crack some ice and gonna give it a 1 ounce pour. All right, let's try it out. Whew. Oh man, those spice notes are front and center. Oh man, and then it kind of goes down too. Like, I wouldn't say like medicinally, but it's strong. Like, I'm not saying strong as in like the liquor, like the strength of the alcohol. I'm saying has a really strong presence in terms of the taste. It's tough. I don't know if I would drink this by itself, honestly. I would be really interested to see how this would go in a cocktail, which they do have recipes for pretty much all of their drinks that you can mix it with something. So I'd be interested to do a little research into this one and trying to find something that pairs well with it. It's just immediately, it's probably not my favorite, but it's not bad. It's just, I don't know if I could drink it alone. All right, next up we have Lemon Lavender. This is 18% like the first one. I'm really interested to try this one because I've made cocktails that have lemon and lavender in them. So I already know that they pair well. I'm just kind of curious how this one is. Yeah, on the nose I get that lavender. Not really much lemon, but smells good. Let's give this one a go. Yeah. Again, I do get the lavender a bit more than the lemon. There is definitely lemon now that I tasted. It's just a little hint, but it is definitely tart, but not overly tart. The floral notes I think are more present, but not overpowering. This is pretty good. This is definitely a really good sipper. And again, I would like to see how I could pair this with a cocktail because it's kind of perfectly geared towards that already. I've already made lemon lavender cocktails before, so I'd be interested to see how I can incorporate that and substitute it with some of the other ingredients I used before. Overall, this is pretty good. I would say out of the ones I've tried so far, this is probably my second favorite after the citrus flower. but it's pretty good. All right, and last we have Grapefruit Jalapeno. Now this one really stood out to me because I like fruity, spicy drinks. So I was really interested when I saw this one to give it a try. It's 18% like the previous one and the first one. So it's, you know, right up there on their normal ABV. On the nose, wow. You really get that jalapeno spicy notes. Not much grapefruit, just jalapeno right in your face. Man, I am really actually excited to give this one a try. All right, I'm gonna crack some ice and then give myself a pour. Cheers. Whew. Wow. This one is really different than all the rest. This is really smoky. Like, it's a little spicy, but I would say it's a lot smokier than it is spicy. The grapefruit is, I wouldn't say very present, but you do get some citrus notes. It's very reminiscent of something like mezcal, which I really like. So I'm actually really surprised of how not overpowering it is. Typically when I think of mezcal, I know it's something that's strong. It's that extremely powerful, smoky flavor that you need to use in small quantities, otherwise it will overshadow the rest of your drink. With this, you get similar notes, but it's not, it's a little more subdued. Man, this is great. Honestly, out of all of these, this is probably my favorite, just because of how unique and complex it is. And I had a feeling I would like this one a lot, which is why I actually kind of did a little bit of research and wanted to find a cocktail that they recommended you could use this with. And not surprisingly, one of the things they recommended was like tequila or mezcal. Now I have mezcal, but I want to use tequila here, mainly because I want to see how it'll pair with the rest of the ingredients. I'm not sure if the mezcal will make it be more smoky and draw out more smoke flavor, or the tequila will help kind of pull out those citrus notes that I'm looking for in here. So I'm really excited to give this a try. So take a cocktail shaker and add 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of Haus Grapefruit Jalapeno. Next, 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of grapefruit juice. Then 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of tequila. I'm using a Reposado Tequila. And lastly, just a squeeze of lime juice. Add some ice and shake for 12 seconds. Then take a highball glass and crack some ice into the glass. Then strain into the glass. And for garnish, I'm gonna use a slice of fresh grapefruit. All right, this looks really good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah, those citrus notes are a lot more present now. Initially, I just get that grapefruit juice and some sweetness, but then the spiciness from the House Aperitif and the agave notes from the tequila shine through at the very end. It's definitely a more subdued, spicy smokiness than I initially thought it would be, but it's still really good. I would be interested in making this again with the mezcal to see if that smokiness would shine through a bit more, but overall, this is really good. If you're wondering, the name of this cocktail is the Haus Paloma. It's on their website. That's how I got the recipe. They have a lot of different recipes for each one of these aperitifs and the other ones that they have you can try out as well. They're all pretty interesting, but this one I had pretty much all the ingredients for, so I wanted to give it a shot. Overall, pretty good. And as I'm drinking a little bit more, those smoky notes are coming to the forefront. So it's starting to kind of mix and incorporate a little bit better. Today we tried some House Aperitifs and made a cocktail using one of them. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any drinks you'd like me to sample or any cocktails you'd like me to make, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see what I make outside this channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Spacelion or Instagram at Mr.Spacelion. But thank you so much for stopping by the Lions Lounge. I've been your bartender, Mike, and I hope to see you next time.